Hey guys, it's Reese. So today I'm taking you along with me in the gym where I'm doing my leg and booty day routine. This isn't really a routine. I always switch up my movements whenever I go to the gym, but these are some of the things that I end up doing a lot and that I like to do. So I always start off with cardio. This could be from treadmill to elliptical, but today I was doing the Stairmaster, and I basically have this little 10-minute routine I like to do, and I did this 3 times, so I ended up on the Stairmaster for 30 minutes. So I'll have everything listed down below, all my workouts, my weights, everything broken down so you can read that in the description box. But essentially I started off with a minute of just walking, and then I switched to a minute of side walking on the left side, and then of course did side walking on the right side. And I kind of just split this 10-minute routine into minute intervals so that I'm constantly changing my movement and working different parts of my body. And then I moved on to some kickbacks, and these really activate the glutes and get you ready to do whatever weighted workout you're doing. And I just want you guys to know that I'm not staying the same speed the whole time. With the different movements, I change the speed because some require me to go slower, some require me to go faster. So just know that you might need to change the speed while you're doing all these different movements. Alright, and now I'm just moving on to lateral leg lifts, which are exactly what they look like. You're just going to step and lift your leg straight up to the side, and of course after a minute I will switch to the other side. Hard to see what I'm doing, but basically I'm just taking a really big step, skipping a step, and lifting my knee as high as I can in the process. So you're kind of just taking really large steps here. Okay, now this looks super awkward, but basically I'm just trying to squat as low as I can while walking. So I'm doing a little squat walk, and as you can tell, I couldn't really figure out where to put my arms, but this just was burning my inner thighs. Oh my lord. And then after that, I just did, once again, normal walking as the last minute of this little routine. Alright, like I said, I did that 2 more times, making it 30 minutes in total, and I ended up climbing 114 floors, which is pretty cool. And I'm warning you now, I'm not cute in this video. I'm sweaty. It is just literally me and my vlog camera in the gym, so it's not super professionally filmed, but I'm just showing you what I'm doing. We're getting real here, guys. So I started off with some hip thrusts, and today I was actually going heavier than I normally do. I usually do 40 pounds, so I was doing a little bit more today with 50 pounds. And basically hip thrusts are you just rest the top of your back, right the top of your shoulders, on a bench where it's about the same height where your knees are bent, so you don't want it to be too high, and you're just going to thrust your hips upward until your top of your body is flat, and make sure you squeeze your butt once you get to the top. They look awkward, they sound awkward, but they are one of the best butt movements. And here's me failing to get the 50-pound barbell up the first time, but I ended up getting it. Like I said, guys, I'm going a little heavier today, so I was struggling just a little bit, but I just did some normal squats because squats are key to the booty. When you're doing your squats, make sure you're just really taking your time. Make sure your knees don't go over your toes. You squeeze your butt at the top, and you don't want to rush it. If you feel something's getting too heavy or you might like fall over or something, just stop, try again. And yeah, these were a little tough. The extra weight was definitely, I was feeling it. So both the squats and hip thrusts, I did 12 reps and 2 sets of them, and I'm just using the bench here to help me get this off my shoulders because I couldn't do it myself. So now I'm just actually taking a resistance band and wrapping it around the tops of my knees, and this is just going to help me stabilize my legs and knees while I'm doing my deadlifts. So I switched my weight from 50 to 40 for my deadlifts just because I didn't think I could do the 50s effectively, so I dropped it back down to 40, which is what I've been working on recently. And deadlifts are still a little tricky for me. I'm still working on my form, but I think I'm doing pretty good here. And yeah, you just want to push back with your hips and then push forward with your hips and squeeze your butt once you get to the top. It's really all about that last movement where you squeeze your butt. Once again, it sounds really weird, but it helps, I promise. Just know this workout is what works for me. You might not be at the same level, or you might be at a higher level than me, and maybe you want to critique my form or the movements that I'm doing. I don't know, but just know that it's currently working for me. Alright, and because I already had the resistance band around my knees, I just did some lateral leg lifts. You can do this without a resistance band or even with some ankle weights, but the resistance band just helps to resist. It helps to make the movement a little bit harder and work your muscles just a little bit more. So now I'm taking a lighter resistance band, which basically just means it's more stretchy and not as hard of a resistance, and I'm taking that 40-pound barbell again, putting that on my shoulders and doing some more squats. The resistance band, once again, just helps me kind of stabilize my knees and makes it a little bit harder when I go down to the squat. It's not necessary, it's just been an add-on that I've been doing recently, and yeah, just doing some more squats because you want them booty gains. And then actually, right now, as you just saw, I widened my stance a little bit so that I'm doing more of a sumo squat, and this helps work the inner thighs a little bit more. Alright, we're moving on to some Bulgarian split squats. So I'm using a 20-pound dumbbell this time because when you think about it, you're using only one leg, so basically just split in half whatever you were using to squat. So I was using 40, now I'm using 20. And basically all you do is lift your back leg onto something that's raised like a bench or a chair and just lunge down with your front leg. These are actually pretty hard. I'm not that big of a fan of them, but I know that they work well, so I just push through it. And now I'm just moving on to some back lunges where I'm basically just stepping diagonally backwards from my front foot and pushing back up through my back foot. Alright, now we're moving on to the cable machine, and I was just switching out the little arm pulley tool there for this ankle one, wrapping that around my foot and doing some kickbacks. So this really helps to work with your butt, and for some reason this ankle strap is like super loose and it wasn't fitting around my ankle well, but that's not the point. Basically you're just going to plant your standing foot as firmly as you can, keep a small bend in your knee, and kick straight back with the pulley attached to your foot. And yeah, these are quite tough on the booty, but they work. And now I'm just doing another variation of a lateral leg lift where I just have the ankle strap around my ankle and using the weight to push up. Okay, we're finishing up this workout finally with a leg press, and I think I'm doing 70 pounds here with my knees and feet parallel. And then after the first set, right here, I'm just actually turning my feet outward. It's hard to see, but doing more of a plie type of squat thing, and that is it for my leg day. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Remember that this is my workout and what's been working for me. You can definitely make variations to suit your fitness level, and if you try anything out, please be careful. Make sure you practice well and know what you're doing so you don't hurt yourself. But if you guys like this, make sure to give it a thumbs up. If you want other fitness routines, definitely let me know and I will be glad to do them. And I hope you all have a wonderful day.
This feels good right here.